My name is Francisco Mena. I'm a sophomore here at Hunter College, and I'm also a U.S. veteran. Well, when I went to Iraq, it was more like 3 years ago, 4 years ago. I'm in the beginning of my naval career. And that's what I guarded oil platforms and performed duties when there was Marine stationed on these oil platforms. So we would put a rig boat, a rigid hull inflatable boat in the water, and we would transport food, supplies to them, give them anything they need, and we used to also circle these oil platforms and protect them from insurgents.
How long ago was this?
This was in 2004.
And how old were you?
I think I started 18, and I think when I left I was 19.
So you were 19 in Iraq.
Right, 19 in Iraq. I came back to the U.S. in May of 2007. I started school in late August, freshman year at Hunter College. The transition, it was at first it was a little difficult. I hadn't read or picked up a book in years, and it was a little tough. But CUNY here at Hunter, they had a lot of veteran support that really helped out a lot.
You came back, and what, 4 months later you were in school?
Yeah, I mean, the whole culture shock thing was that I had a choice. Back then I didn't have a choice. I had to, go to quarters. I had to go do my job, or I'd be in a lot of trouble if I did it. Here, if I don't go to class, nothing's gonna happen to me. I think that's the biggest culture shock. Is you don't feel like the chains are on you. You feel free. What are issues that are like concerning veterans right now? Well, the big thing is we're still trying to get disability claims gone. While you're in the military, they don't really talk to you about your rights after you get out. Let's say you got hurt. They try to force feed you a lot of stuff to make you like not file for like disability. Like I remember when I went to my class, they told us that we had 90 days to file for disability, and we could only file for disability in well, I was stationed in Virginia. I could only file for it in Virginia, and I could only file for it 90 days after I got out. Well, when I came to New York, I found out that was a lie. I could file for it whenever I want in any VA district, whether it's New York, California, Massachusetts. It doesn't matter, no matter what. So the information was wrong. Whether it was intentional or not, I don't know. But one of the things we want to do is get all the information out there so that everybody can get the right info.
How has this election impacted veterans and yourself?
I think this election impacts veterans in a whole lot of ways because we're having a new generation of soldiers coming back, and in Vietnam, whatever I read and heard is that when they came back, they didn't have a VA to come back to. They didn't have services to come back to, especially here in the city. A whole bunch of veterans came back and nobody knew what to do with them. So now I think we're better prepared, and I hope just President-elect Obama, puts veterans on his table, because his plan is to, withdraw troops in a certain amount of time from Iraq, at the same time increase the surge in Afghanistan. So we're just hoping that he remembers to give, Veterans Administration and Veterans Hospitals, the money that it needs to do the job. That's the main thing that we need. Is we need the money and the resources to get the veterans that are coming back home, all right. Especially those that are, amputated or any other serious thing like that.
How do you feel about veterans who are coming back and protesting against war?
I think it's a great thing, because they have the right to protest the war. This is great about this country, you got the freedom of speech. You can't worry about anybody, bringing you down or doing something bad to you because you're protesting. So, I think it's a really good thing, and you know what? You should really listen to their voice more than anybody, because, imagine an 18-year-old kid protesting the war, like, what does he know about anything,
Should we be in Iraq?
We're in there anyway, so I don't think that's the conversation we should have. We can't go back and change what we do. I think a lot of veterans feel that we're in there. I put my time in there. Other veterans have put their time in there. So what we want to do is finish the job. Let's give back Iraq to the Iraqi people, but not give it back to them so early that civil war breaks out. kind of like what happened in Afghanistan back when Afghanistan was fighting the Russians. We pulled out of Afghanistan way too early, and what happened? The Taliban came, and it was a big mess. So we don't want to ever go back there again. So I think that's the main thing that all veterans have to say to President-elect Obama, to the Congress is, we don't want to go back there again. Just finish the job. Don't pull out. If I could ask the president one question, what would I ask him? I would ask him to please keep all his promises and make sure that he pays attention to the growing crisis that's going to happen when all these veterans come back and after all these wars is over. We can have thousands of veterans that is going to need support, and I hope he puts them in his front desk and doesn't leave them in the back burner.
Do you regret joining the service?
Sometimes, but I don't try to look behind me. I try to look forward. I'm trying to get everything I can out of it. So at the end, I don't regret it. And if I don't get anything out of it, then I have all the regret in the world.